All systems go. Clear for takeoff.
What's up, everybody? Big Marley 3 from SHIPIT Nation here to break down the Week 4 NFL Primetime Slate for you guys. Before we get into that, I want to mention that we have a 5-day trial over at SHIPITNation.com for only $19. You get to test out everything we offer except for our Discord. So get in there now and crush this Week 4 slate with us. Once you sign up, you will get access to this 4-hour educational video from our guys Hoop and Tambo. They are two of the best in the industry, and they're giving away all their secrets in this 4-hour video. Hoop talks about winning the Millie Maker last year, which was in Week 4, by the way, and Tambo crushes qualifiers and live finals, so he talks about his strategies for those, along with a bunch of other great information to help you guys become better DFS players. Also, this show is brought to you by Drafters. I built 150 best ball teams on Drafters this year, and it was an awesome site to draft on. They also have weekly pick'em contests available for each sport. Go over there, sign up with promo code SHIPIT, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. They also have an NBA contest that you can start drafting in right now. All right, let's get into this 2-game primetime slate. Our Sunday night game is going to be the Chiefs at the Jets. The Chiefs are 8.5-point road favorites, and the Jets have the lowest team total on the slate at 16.75. I won't be stacking up the Jets at all, but neither will the field, so that would really be the reason to use them this week, and that is just to get different on a 2-game slate and try and separate yourself from the field. If they are happening to put up 21 or more points, I think they would be able to get there for their cheap prices. But personally, I will probably only keep 2 Jets in my player pool, and that would be Garrett Wilson at wide receiver, and then Tyler Conklin at tight end. He's just a cheap punt option at 3,600. Don't really love either of them. I'll mainly just use them as run back pieces to my Kansas City stacks, and I do like running out 4-man Kansas City stacks this week. Mahomes is the best quarterback on the slate, and everyone will be pairing him with Travis Kelce this week, especially with all that Taylor Swift hype. So you can't really go wrong with Kelce, but I'm not against getting away from that ownership and pairing him with these cheap, low-owned wide receivers. There are a lot of them, so it's going to be hard to get right, but I don't mind taking shots here just to get different. We have Sky Moore at $5K. He is the most expensive, and his targets have gone up each week. Kadarius Toney at 4.7K. People are really down on Kadarius Toney, so I expect him to come in really low owned. He might be the lowest of these 4 that I'll be taking shots on. So I'm cool stacking him up with Mahomes as well. Then we have MVS at 4.2K. He is the one who has been on the field for more snaps than any other wide receiver on this Chiefs team, and he has big play, slate-breaking ability. He's only seen 7 targets so far this year, but he really only needs 1 long catch to be able to break a 2-game slate. So I like taking shots on him too. And then I will be mixing in some of the rookie, Rashee Rice. He is 3.7K, and he had 7 targets last week. And then they also have 3 cheap running backs that are all in play. I like using Pacheco and CEH more as direct leverage off of Mahomes' chalk, but they also have Jerick McKinnon at 4.9K, who is stackable with Mahomes, and he had 2 receiving touchdowns last week. So I will be mixing in different combinations with this Chiefs team, but I'm not going to be getting cute and going with the Jets personally. I'll just try and get cute with my Chiefs wide receivers instead. The next game is much closer, and it'll be harder to tell what the field is going to be doing with it. We have the Seahawks going to New York as 1-point favorites. This game has a 46.5-point total, and there are lots of ways we can stack it up. Saquon Barkley is looking doubtful for this game, so that is going to make Darren Waller the clear best option on this Giants team, and I expect him to be popular for Darren Jones lineups. I mean, Daniel Jones can get there with his legs, but there's just so many wide receivers on this team, and they're all cheap. They're all going to be low owned. So this is another way I don't hate getting different, is taking shots on 1 to 2 wide receivers on this Giants team, and maybe they can catch a long touchdown and get there that way. I do prefer the Seahawks side of the ball, though, mainly because I don't trust Daniel Jones' arm enough, and he did score less than 7 DraftKings points in 2 of the 3 games so far. Geno Smith has 3 solid wide receiver stack options, so it's just easier to narrow down those stacks. But the one I like the most is going to be DK Metcalf at 7.1K. And he had 8 targets last week, and he did hit the 100-yard bonus. Tyler Lockett is another great stack option too for Geno, and he scored 25.9 DraftKings points 2 weeks ago. And then we also have JSN, who will be the cheapest and the lowest owned of these 3. And I expect him to start getting more involved, so I don't hate taking shots on him. And then I'm also not against paying down at 2.9K for Noah Fant. He has seen 9 targets the last 2 weeks, and I do like him if Will Dissly is going to be out again. And then my favorite play on this short slate is going to be Kenneth Walker, who is the clear lead back for this Seahawks team, and he helped me win $20,000 last week with his 30.6 DraftKings points. I like his price tag, and I also like pairing him with the Seahawks defense in my Mahomes lineups. But that's mainly how I will be attacking this short slate. If you want to see any of my notes, all of my player pool will be listed over at SHIPITNation.com. Don't forget to go test out that 5-day trial. $19 gets you everything that we have to offer, except for our Discord. And that 4-hour course alone is worth the $19. So go test it out. I think you guys will want to stick around. I will be back next week with another Primetime Slate breakdown. But if you guys can hit that like and subscribe button for us, it really helps out. Good luck on this short slate. I hope to see some Ship It logos up top. Thanks for listening. Go ship something. I'll see you next week.